time is it? Game time.
Hey everybody, Complementarian here. Wanted to do a follow-up on my last video. In my last video, I kind of talked about the afflictions of God and how He tends to afflict people sometimes, or allows it to afflict people in order to make them stronger. And not with the last word of that video does God prove Himself in that manner to me and my family. And some shifts happened at work. Lately we've had these consultants come in and kind of start to, as they put it, streamline the company. I will live in an oil and gas industry town, and if anybody knows anything about the oil and gas industry nationwide right now, it's kind of taking a little bit of a dip. And so for towns that are reliant on that industry heavily, you can understand that an automobile industry has taken a little bit of a dip too. And what it's caused is for us to kind of reevaluate the company and bring in these consultants to help us do so. Well, they established that my position was not an absolute needed position within the company and decided to reposition me within the company. You can imagine how that is a change from a teaching, training, influencing position with salary and some really good perks, which if anybody who's in the company is watching, I really do appreciate it. I've enjoyed the position which I've taken in that company for almost 3 years now, and that's what I signed on to do. And they put me into a position that was open, and I was going to kind of be in already because there was a need there, and so I was going to kind of be there already, but until they got a replacement, well, guess what? I'm the replacement. I'm the guy in that position now, and I'm doing a job that I'm uncomfortable with. I do not have a lot of expertise in. My knowledge of it is novice or amateur at best, but the hardest part about the job is the customer interaction, is the customer service, and in that area I have 17 years worth of customer service experience. But the point is that God put me into a position that was uncomfortable. He put me into a situation of insecurity, unsureness, and testing and trying. And my first words when it was explained to me what was going to happen was, God's in control. And that wasn't anything of me. That was completely in the Spirit of God. And He's allowed for me and my family to kind of have this peace about this change. And it's due to my relationship with God, with Jesus Christ. And it's due to how He kind of just takes over when you allow Him to take over. As in, we all know Romans 8 and 9, that we cannot, if as R.C. Sproul said it, if man has free will and God has free will and they go against each other, God wins every time. And so it wasn't like I said, okay, God, I allow you to do whatever you want to my life. It's that God imposed His will upon my life, and wanting to see how I, His creation, who He has a relationship with, would respond. And in my head, and I said this to people, I said, intellectually, I'm having a hard time with this. Spiritually, I'm okay. And just explain myself, like, the situation to my parents, to my in-laws, to my wife, to my friends, and their overpouring of the spirit of prayer. I could feel it every day. Blocking out negative thoughts, blocking out bitterness, blocking out unforgiveness, blocking out me thinking this was about me, pride and selfishness, and their prayers for God to guard me, to guard my heart and my mind and my mouth, and to just go and do what God has called us to do, and that's to do all things to His glory, to do all things without grumbling or complaining. And then it happened today. I went out to lunch with my supervisor, my direct supervisor, my old direct supervisor, in which him and I have become very good friends. and he took me out to lunch. And his favorite place where I live, where I work, is this Chinese food restaurant. So we had fortune cookies, and in the fortune cookie, it said that all the work that you are currently doing will ultimately pay off. That's what the fortune cookie said. And no, I don't believe in the superstition of fortune cookie, but I do believe that God can speak in any way through any means that He wills to do so. And in that, this morning on my way to work, I said, Lord, I just will need some affirmation. And lo and behold, He did. And He blessed me and my wife in this situation. And so what I'm saying is, guys, you're going to get put into tough times. You're going to. Iron ore becomes steel through fire, and fire hurts, but it's also burning away the impurities. It's making us into a more useful tool. This plan, this direction that God has for us. It's why we have verses like Jeremiah 29:11. It's because God knows, Jesus knows that there's going to be hard times. He's going to put us into difficult, uncomfortable situations because God is more concerned about your relationship with Him than your comfort level. And just this past week, these last 4 days have been a testament to it, to me and my family. So I encourage you to keep praying for me. I encourage you that if you have anything like this going on in your life, share it with me in the comment section or hit me up on Twitter and let me know. But guys, that's all I got. I love you. Thank you for allowing me to share with you. Thank you for encouraging and supporting this ministry. That's all I got. Hasta luego, mis amigos.